It all started with a $2,500 utility bill that showed up at my house in my mailbox about a long-term rental property that I own but wasn't managing. Now, that was 5 months ago. That entire situation kind of came back to bite me about 3 weeks ago, and just recently, about 3 days ago, I actually made the best move I could have made for that entire mess of a situation by accidentally using AI in a way that I haven't been using it at all. And like I said, it's probably the single best move that I could have made for this case right now. So let's get into it. Now, a little bit of backstory about this house and what happened 5 months ago. 5 months ago, that bill showed up, and basically I notified the property management company, like, hey, what is going on here? I got this bill. The water is shut off at this house that you are managing. What is going on? And basically, once I notified them of the property that they were managing for me, a whole bunch of things kind of started happening. We're talking eviction. We're talking about, this tenant trying to pay via government check. It's coming in. Just a whole bunch of mess. And I'm running around just not knowing what to do. This is my first kind of eviction. I'm not familiar with any of this process. That's obviously the wheelhouse of the property management company. So I just let them guide me through whatever their suggestion was of a payment plan and all this other stuff 5 months ago. Now, 3 weeks ago, they pinged me and they're like, hey, should we start the eviction process? Should we start the eviction process? What's going on? That's the only thing they sent me was this question. So what's going on here? What does a tenant say? What's actually happening? Can you give me a little bit more information, please? And this is where I kind of learned very quickly, again, don't want to go into too many of the details, that they didn't know what was going on either. A neighbor called and reported that the property was kind of looking bad. The tenant hasn't, or the person hasn't been there. There's parties on the roof. I don't know. So once they finally provided the information that would allow me to make a decision, I was like, yes, this sounds like we should start the eviction process. Of course, thank you for finally providing me stuff to make a decision. Now, 3 days ago, they contact me again. You need to give us $1,500 to pay the water bill or the utility bill. It's now due. And it's in threat of the water and stuff getting shut off at the property. Oh, okay, so what's going on here? And how immediate is this happening? What? I gotta make another decision? Once again, I'm just what am I paying you for? So, as you could imagine, my emotional reaction to this is all over the place, and this is urgent, right? I need to make a decision now, and they are literally the smartest, dumb property management company possible, because I am 3 hours behind on the West Coast and they're on the East Coast. So of course, these very urgent matters that I need to make a decision now show up right at the time frame where they have maybe an hour left to work in their workday, and I'm just okay, let me pivot immediately. And there's all this discussion of we're gonna take it from your other property funds. You just need to get us this much as once again. So I'm just having how in my mind how can I fire this property management company? I can't. They're holding all the cards. The eviction is happening on August 4th. I don't I don't know what to do. I want to make these decisions, but I can't. Like, how do I just get out of this situation? What are my options, right? So this is where I actually turned to AI accidentally, and I just copy and paste that entire like email chain and then just rant. I just rant my head off. I'm like, how do I want to fire them, but they're holding my funds hostage, and then I know they're just like, I don't know. And then the August 4th hearing, and again, I'm just going off, right? And that was the single best move that I made, because immediately AI presented me with all of the options and like rundown of what was actually happening. It was like this basic framework of, this is what you want, these are your goals, this is what you're doing, and this is what they're doing. And it kind of laid it out completely in like one kind of like page of what I should actually be doing to get me what I want. And the second I saw that, all of my emotional reaction to this situation transformed, and all of a sudden I realized I'm playing a game here. I'm playing like a logical game here, and now we're playing chess. We're trying to figure out on our end what to do to get me what I want based off of what they're doing. And it was a complete like game changer. So AI like outlined these things. It's like, stop doing this. You're not playing nice. This is what you want. This is what they can't actually do. These are, again, and I wasn't using AI for like legal guidance. I just wanted a rant, but it laid it all out as far as like what I wanted and why I needed to do that. So the key part there was like, yes, I want all those things that you're kind of outlining. Now, what do I send them? And then it gave me the exact kind of like response that I need to respond to them with like 8 things that kind of coordinated to the different goals on the different timelines of what, again, I was just ranting about, but was going to move me in that way towards that goal. And I was like, yes, perfect. So I kind of like took what AI gave me. I like presented it like, I kind of like changed some of the language again, because I obviously know how the PM is. So I changed some of the things, and then I posted it back to AI, and I was like, this is what I'm gonna use, right? And it's like, okay, yes, I could see what you're doing here. And then it gave me even more like pointers. It's like, you change these things, but add these other 3 things, because this is what you want in writing for like the next phase, right? So I was like, okay, got it. So I sent it, right? And I was like, okay, I sent it, AI. It's like, awesome. Okay, so this is the timeline, and it was like writing all this stuff down. I was like, you know what? Let's save all of this. I need help just navigating this entire situation, because now I'm realizing I'm playing chess. And I was like, I don't want you to forget all of this. So let's just wrap this all up in some kind of manner so that I could come back to it, and then we could tackle this as it's kind of like playing out, you know, in real life. And that's where it's like, okay, so whenever you want to discuss this, you just tell me, pull up the Britain case, and we're on it. I was like, perfect. Okay, my partner in crime now. So again, this was only 3 days ago. So every day, whenever I got a response from the PM, I would just go to AI. I would be like, pull up the Britain case. This is what they sent me. It's like, okay, here's the timeline. So they're asking about this. They're like, this is how, and then it would just give me the reply, right? It's like, this is what we should respond to so that we get these items kind of like cleared off of our plate of our goals, right? Our goals to move it forward. I was like, perfect. And again, I kind of like would adjust some things, post it back, and then see if there was like some of the adjustments were missing anything or like different. And it's like, no, that's perfect. Good language. Like it might say like, change this one sentence. And I was like, awesome, I'm on it. So then I would post it back. Then I would post it like back to the PM. And then I would post it in AI and I'd be like, okay, file that. File that for our records, right? So it was like this perfect way to kind of like remove emotion from this thing. And it started being like, again, this chess game. So I'm like, awesome, I'm all set, August 4th. That's like way in the future. I don't have to deal with this, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing, which is easy. Like they respond, I post it here, we pull up the written case, you tell me how to respond, like we move towards my goal, right? My goal of I know what I want here. Yesterday, the PM, of course, with their brilliant timing, like ping me, like right at the cutoff of like when I need to make these decisions. And they're like, okay, the tenant gave us the keys. They're leaving the property now like that. Like, change the utilities now in your name. I'm just like, what? So I took that response, posted it to AI. I was like, what's going on here? Like, what do I have to do now? And it's like, oh no, this is the best solution. This is like the best possible way for things. But, there's still a lot of open questions, like with the eviction and the hearing, like there's costs associated with that. And I was like, yes, just what do I respond? And again, it gave me the rundown of like, these are your goals. This is what you're trying to get to. And here's how you should respond just to kind of like get those questions addressed or whatever with regards to funds and the security deposit, all these things, right? And so I did that. So kind of that's where we are right now, right? Like I'm kind of in the thick of it still, but I want to say that using AI in this way that, again, I haven't been using it. I've just been using it for like automations was like probably like the best accidental move that I could have done for this entire situation. Like it basically, it was kind of like almost being in a movie where where you have where the character has like their legal friend, right? And they're not using them for like legal advice to be their lawyer, but you're like pinging and ranting to them about all these things and what you want, and that they are kind of just like helping you make the better decisions with emotion kind of like removed so that you actually get what you want. Like they kind of, in the movie situation, the friend knows like what you actually want. They're there to help you. So that's kind of like how it felt. It felt like remove the emotion, kind of like reframe it and give me exactly what needs to happen to get me towards my goal. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. And again, my partner in crime, AI, is got me there in like the best and easy manner possible. And then after I sent yesterday's email, then AI kind of did like a mic drop on me. It was like, perfect. Okay, so now with the timeline kind of set and where things are now, this is what you should do with your property once the PM is done with the case and like possibly removed from managing. And I was like, what? I was like, no, I can't do that. And I was like, wait a minute. Oh, I see what you did there. You set things up so that I have all the options, and my goal. Okay, well played, AI. Well played.